With tensions high over Iran's nuclear program, Tehran carried out 10 days of naval exercises that it said showed it is ready to deter any acts of aggression. Senior Iranian officials went even further, threatening that if the United States tries to stop Iran from exporting oil, Tehran will close the Strait of Hormuz, through which about 1/4 of the world's oil exports pass. Observers say that desperate threat shows how vulnerable Iran feels.
If Iran can't export because it can't deal effectively with market economies, and if it can't import and use its revenues, there's tremendous pressure. And just in the last week, we've essentially seen the Iranian currency collapse.
The United Nations Security Council and a number of Western countries have had sanctions against Iran for several years. The reason? Fears the Islamic Republic is developing nuclear weapons. Iran denies this, maintaining its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes only. But a major report by the International Atomic Energy Agency in November said there was evidence Iran may be trying to build a bomb. This, along with several other recent hostile acts blamed on Iran, led the United States Congress to unanimously adopt a law allowing tougher sanctions.
Pressure was building to take further steps against Iran. We add to this the IAEA report about Iran's activities, then the arrests for the plot against the Saudi ambassador to Washington, the attack on the British embassy in Tehran, and Congress felt this is time to move.
Under the new law, Washington's goal for the first time would be to stop Iran from exporting its oil, which accounts for the majority of the country's foreign earnings. Washington would accomplish this by penalizing any company that does business with Iran's central bank. The impact could be devastating for Iran's already shaky economy.
And that's one reason why the United States and Europe both want to phase in these sanctions. So, for instance, if these sanctions, as they start, cause the price of oil to go up and the oil market becomes a little bit crazy, it will be important if other countries, particularly Saudi Arabia, increase their production to offset whatever is lost from Iran. And it will also be important that major importing countries like China and India say to the Iranians, look, settle this impasse. You don't want to be where we are now. We don't want to be where we are now. There's a solution. Talk directly to the United States. Settle this impasse.
Analysts say that if the Iranian authorities are determined to build a nuclear weapon, they will be able to do so, albeit at great economic cost. Just look at North Korea, which has done just that. But the hope in Washington and many other capitals is that stronger economic sanctions will make nuclear weapons look less desirable to Tehran. Tehran is clearly worried, as indicated by its threats to stop oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz. Many observers are worried that the mounting threats and counter-threats could get dangerously out of hand. But the United States and a growing number of other countries say increased economic sanctions are the only peaceful way to force Iran to end its alleged nuclear weapons program. Burton Bolak, KSA2, Washington.